Hey everybody, we are back, the CU event video cast here at Apex 2025. We are now in day 2, it is Thursday, and we are here for another one of our collab interviews. So this gentleman was on the stage yesterday talking about his company, Salus, and we thought wouldn't it be great to have Salus bring one of the credit unions that they're collaborating with on. And so we've got Mark here from GFA Federal Credit Union, CEO over there, right?
Yep.
And appreciate you guys being on the show today.
No, thanks for having us. Great energy here today.
Absolutely. So for the listeners, for the viewers here, talk a little bit about the story of how you guys got together as partners and how that's been going.
Yeah.
I'll let James talk about Salus.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So Salus, we're a digital platform that helps Gen Zs turn into members for life by credit unions offering the products that they're really going for. And using in the marketplace. And we got connected with GFA and Mark because they were actually a like-minded partner. They were already looking at innovative products to help serve underserved members of their community. And so there was a natural opportunity for us to collaborate, and we're excited with what we've already been able to achieve.
That's awesome. So how long have you guys been partnered up and live?
So we got connected about this time last year.
Yep.
And so we do microloans, and GFA had actually already been doing microloans before we started. They had been doing them manually. Our process makes it a fully digital, automated flow, but they had actually been doing the work well before we started talking about it.
Salus helps us do it more efficiently and smarter.
Yeah. Okay.
And the beautiful thing about Salus is that Gen Z and the younger generation, the average age of our members is 53.
Yeah.
So we're a very older membership-based credit union, but the average age in New England is 53 too.
Sure.
And so how do we get that younger generation and serve them where their needs are?
Right.
And Salus helps us do that.
Well, I love the fact that, number one, that you're doing this work, but number two, to hear that you are already doing, I don't want to say trying to do this work, but you were doing this work, just not in as slick a manner. I mean, as a consumer, right? Every store that I go into now, what are they offering? They're offering Affirm. They're offering, and it's let's break it into 4 payments. Let's break it into 5 payments. And I'm like, where are the credit unions on this? Like, we're missing a golden opportunity to be able to help people. I mean, the old system where you'd put money down and buy something and I mean, that's back, and that's bigger than ever. God, they offered me 4 payments on a picture that I was doing it in Michael's. I was like, first off, who knew how expensive that is? I was like, good Lord. But I think it's wonderful that credit unions are recognizing that need is there, and what a wonderful way to get introduced to new members.
Right. And how do you get that money in their pocket, in their hands, as fast as possible? And Salus helps us do that. Share a little bit about that, because that's pretty cool.
No, and this is why we love partnering with GFA from the outset, is because a lot of people that are looking for this type of product, a loan as small as $50, as big as $2,000, a lot of people don't qualify by traditional metrics of credit score.
Right.
And the reason that the GFA partnership made so much sense is they were already looking beyond credit score to qualify these people for these emergency loans, to get them through a rough patch in their life.
Yeah.
And I think the most powerful thing about GFA is they already knew that there was more to this member than just a short-term emergency that they were solving. And we're so proud to be able to talk about the impact that they've had on their members. So GFA started their microloan program last year. They made $127,000 in microloans to their own members. Now those members saved $470,000 in fees and interest by going to GFA instead of the payday lender down the street or the online installment lender that's one click away. But that's not the best part of the story, because credit unions are looking for young members to deepen their relationship. We took a look at the data. 1 year after GFA gave these members money, 65% of these borrowers had increased their deposits at the credit union a year later.
There we go.
70% of millennial borrowers had increased deposits. And my favorite number, 90% of Gen Z members a year after getting a microloan had higher deposits.
Massive.
Right. And we're all needing deposits.
Right.
So how can we get that, especially from the younger generation, right?
Well, and I love that.
Deepen relationships.
Right. And this is a, doing well while doing good, scenario, which I think that should be at the root of everything we're doing.
And I think the key about what it is that we're trying to do and what we're helping GFA do the things they're already doing is these members, it's a point in time that they need help. That's not who they are for the rest of their
No,
life.
absolutely.
They're going to grow into the next phases of their life.
Absolutely.
And when they do, what credit union is going to be there for them? The same one that was there when they needed help the most. That's how credit unions can differentiate themselves. They meet members where they are, give them the solution that they need.
Credit union's got to be there for people when they need a hand up. And it's not a lifetime hand up, right? Just that moment.
Right.
And loyalty comes when you're there in people's most desperate times. People
always remember that loan that the credit union gave them when no one else would. Right? I think it's so powerful.
And Mark mentioned this, in a deposit environment that is a little bit challenging, what we've seen is that microloan borrowers at GFA, as a total group, increased their deposits at GFA by 109%, a year after they got their microloan. And for millennials, that was 250%, and for Gen Zs, that was 500%. Now, that's a big percentage number because Gen Z was starting from a lower balance. But where did they deepen that member relationship when they got them? They deepened it with GFA.
Where would I go, or where would anybody else go to learn more about what you're doing so that they can bring it into their credit union?
Sure, absolutely. You can come visit our website at salusfintech.com, SALUS fintech.com. I'm going to be walking around the conference for the next couple of days. That's the easiest way to get started.
I love
it. Feel free to reach out at Mark or Tom at GFA. More than happy to tell you what Salus is doing for us and how we're reaching more, right? That's what we did on our own. Salus is going to help us reach more members and serve more.
I love it. And honestly, having been in this space now for 20 years, what I'm excited about is to see where you are a year from now, 2 years from now, because that's when things get really, really exciting. Is, so many, like Penny Finance, perfect example, right? They started here, one credit union, now they're, over 10. You talk to Gen Trio, started here, 100 credit unions now. It's like, it's really going to be exciting for you. So all done. And I love the collab. So.
No, and I can say working with partners like Mark is what makes it so fulfilling for us because the mission is already there. The motivation is already there. We're just here to help you enable the best.
I love that.
We don't have to create it on our own.
Right.
There's smart people out there like James that are making it easier for us.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you both for being on the podcast today, the video cast. And thank you, listeners, for sticking with us here at a exciting Apex 2025. I am Jonathan Taylor, JT, and thanks to our sponsors, by the way, the CCUA and the Connecticut League. I'll botch that one.
No, that's all right.
The Credit Union League Connecticut. They always put the state at the end on that one. Appreciate our sponsors and appreciate our friends. Thank you, and we will see you next time.